Hello everyone and welcome to this video. We're going to do a video to heal any addiction. Now I have done these before, I've done lots in the playlist, but I'm going to talk about it first and then we're going to do it. So if there's something you want to give up right now, this will help. It will release the need for it, the desire for it, the craving for it, and it will completely wash it away from your energy field. So you'll no longer want to do what you were doing. It's very powerful working with heaven. So if there is something right now you're thinking of, now that could be an addiction like drinking alcohol and you don't want to anymore, or you want to give up smoking cigarettes or vaping. Maybe you want to stop checking on your phone. That's a big one. Checking on your phone, seeing if they're online, maybe going on to see when they were last online, or going on Instagram or Facebook. Maybe you just want some free time from that. Or negative thought patterns, something that seems to be dragging you down or putting you into toxic or negative energy. Anything that you feel needs to go, whether it's a physical thing you're doing or something you were thinking. The angels can release you and remove it away. So that's what we're going to do in this video. So thank you for being here. And if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family, because we're here for you every day. And I do want to give a big shout out to whomever sent me this beautiful jumper from my wish list. I've just received this. So it's got a cat on there. Absolutely love it. And I've got these paw prints on the shoulders. Absolutely love this. And it's really warm. So thank you for this too. So when there's something in our life that we want to let go of, it's like it's part of us. So we're going to show you a visual aid. The angels want me to show you this. So for example, we're going to use this candle. Now this is like a twin flame candle, and obviously I'm a twin flame, I do twin flame readings, and I'm not for one moment suggesting that you should try and cut cords or release your twin flame, because it's just not possible. But I'm just going to use this because this gives you a physical example of what you need to let go of. So they're actually showing me the phone as well, so I'll just grab my phone. So you want to give something up. Say it's smoking a cigarette. The visual idea that pops in your head is of a cigarette. Or alcohol. If you want to quit drinking alcohol, the first thing that pops into your mind is, maybe a glass of wine or a beer bottle or something that reminds you of drinking. Before lockdown and going out, it could have been, going to a bar or going to a nightclub or, somewhere where you're socializing. Maybe you want to stop doing that and you want to spend more time going within, meditating, connecting with your true self. It could be caffeine. That was a big one for me. I gave that one up, caffeine, like caffeinated drinks, or, drinking tea or coffee with caffeine in. Maybe that's what you want to give up. So for caffeine, you may imagine like a cup of coffee or, a Red Bull or an energy drink or something like that. If you want to give up a certain food, that you're addicted to, you want to, not eat as much of it, or you want to quit it completely. That was red meat for me. So, I quit red meat. So you could imagine like a picture of a steak. Or if it's your phone, visualize your phone, or even the Facebook symbol, the Instagram symbol, Snapchat, anything you're wanting to let go of, any negative emotion, something that you're thinking of right now. So however you've tapped into this video, the visual is like the physical representation of it. So rather than using this, I'm going to go with the phone. Okay, so a physical representation, or maybe this. Imagine it's a cigarette. We'll do it for this. Say if you want to quit smoking, this would be like a cigarette. So in your mind, you've got a cigarette there. And then it's like you've got this cord attached to it. So I'm just giving you a visual representation first of how it works. So you've got this cord attached to it. Okay, so this is the thing you want to give up that you feel addicted to. It could be gaming, it could be spending money, anything, whatever it is. So have a visualization in your mind of what it is, a picture of it in your mind that you want to quit. And then it's like it's attached to this kind of cord, okay? I use this to show you what twin flame love is like, but I'm just using it for a visual representation before we actually do the meditation. So it's like it's got a cord, and that cord is attached to your belly, okay, or your solar plexus or your stomach, okay? in there. So it's like this is the habit. And what we do when we break the addiction with the power of heaven is we pull it out and then we kind of bulldozer it away. Because when we try and quit an addiction ourselves, it's all we do really is cut the cord or, pull it out, but we leave the root in there. So really what it's like is half being on the pen and half being inside of you. Okay, I'm not going to undo it, but imagine that half is there and that half is there. So it's still attached to you. So with the angels, what they do is they pull it out at the root. Okay, they pull the root out. So the addiction, it can either be stuck in there with like a cord, or it could be like a tree branch, or, some kind of root that's within you that you have to pull out. And that's why when the angels come in and do it for you, you don't crave it anymore, because there's nothing left there. You pull it out at the root. How many times have you maybe tried to quit whatever you're wanting to quit with no, success or no full success? Maybe you've quit for a week or a month or even a year, and then you've gone back to it, or you found yourself doing it again. And that's because as a human being, we haven't got that strength. We have to call on it from our heavenly, angelic team. Even though we are a spiritual being having a human experience, and even though we have power, we get power from above, because Jesus, the creator, the angels, give us the power to break any chain. So you're breaking the chain or breaking the kind of feeling of the need for it. And it takes 28 days to break a habit and 28 days to form one. So, you may find that before you've perhaps really struggled over that 28-day period, and you may have fallen back in. But with this method, there is no wanting. It's just, they pull it straight out and the desire is gone. And, hand on heart, I can really tell you this is true. And this is real. And this is what worked for me. And I was a big drinker, back in my late teens and early 20s. And, going forward, kind of up to the age of 28, I was constantly drinking alcohol, constantly smoking cigarettes, constantly drinking caffeinated tea and drinking coffee, eating red meat, doing things that just dragged me down, that wasn't really serving my purpose. And I knew I had to change, and my dad passed away from emphysema from smoking, so obviously I knew that I had to kind of stop smoking for my own health reasons too, and obviously I grew up in a household where there was a lot of drink, alcohol, and I didn't want that in my life, and I've got addictive tendencies. You find that most spiritual people do, have addictive tendencies. So, you get more kind of into something than perhaps someone who's in the matrix, So I was drinking alcohol. I knew that, things would push me over the edge. So I thought, right, I'm going to make a conscious decision to give up smoking and alcohol. Because I also found that if I was having a cigarette, I was smoking more when I was drinking. So they kind of go hand in hand, or they did then. It's a bit different now with obviously the rules around, smoking inside. And, when I was smoking inside a place. You didn't have to go outside to have a cigarette. You could smoke wherever you were, But I associated having a drink with having a cigarette. So, and it's different now, there's vaping. But vaping, if you still want to quit that, it's still not good for you. You're still taking something into your lungs that doesn't belong in there. So, this is very much about needing to do it for you, something that you have to release. So for me, it was kind of hand in hand. If I was going to give up one, I might as well give up both, because when I was drinking, I wanted a cigarette. And when I was having a cigarette, I was thinking about drinking. So I thought, right, I've got to quit them both together. But what I did was I quit smoking, drinking and caffeine all at the same time. And, you can use this method to do various things in one go, or you can just focus on one, whatever's easiest for you. And I tried to give up smoking for a long time by myself, and I'd do it for a week or even 2 weeks, a month, and then I'd have one again. It's awful, if you're a smoker, when you give up smoking and then you have one after a long period of time, it tastes disgusting. It's like, why do you even do it, And obviously when you quit smoking, you realise how bad it smells and how nasty it is, and you don't want it anywhere around you, it just smells horrible. And that's how I feel now about alcohol. I'm repulsed by alcohol. I don't mind anyone else drinking, or, I would never try and make anyone give something up they don't want to give up. I've got no problem with anyone else doing these things. But for me, I find it, it's not appealing to me. And that's what the angels do. They'll take away the appealing aspect of it. So you're not like you don't want it anymore. You just have no desire for it. That's the only way I can explain it. You're not kind of intrigued by it. You don't fancy it. You don't want it. It's like disgusting to you. People say to me things like, oh, Liz, it's Christmas. Are you going to have a drink? And I'm like, I have no desire. And people don't kind of get it, because the angels take that desire away. And that's why I want to share this again, because even though I've done videos about this, I want to explain how it works, because you're pulling it out of the root. The root is gone. And obviously if it's gone, it's not there. It's like when you cut something nasty out of your body. You cut it out, it's not there anymore. So it can't hurt you anymore. And, it's not a part of you anymore. So the angels are going to pull this out. So they don't just cut the cord. And that's what some people do, say, oh, cut the cord with cigarettes or alcohol or a negative person. But it just cuts it in half. And you've still got that root there. When you call on the angels, they pull it out. So we're going to call on some powerful archangels. So we call on Archangel Michael, because he is the strength angel. He is the power angel. So what Archangel Michael does is he comes to you. We're going to do this at the end, so we'll do this. But he comes to you and he pulls out the root. Okay, so obviously you have to have a visualization of it. So have a picture of it in your mind. And, if you struggle to visualize, then maybe get it in front of you. If it's a cigarette or a glass of wine or something like that, and then you can kind of destroy it after. But if you have a vision of it in your mind and, when you're meditating and you're doing the kind of power cleanse, it works for you. So you have a vision of it. And then just imagine now, Archangel Michael comes in and he kind of pulls it out. So, he's pulling it out of you. And sometimes, it can be a long route. Especially if it's something you've done for a long, long time. I mean, I started smoking when I was at school. So I think I was 14. I used to pinch my mum and dad's cigarettes out of the packets and smoke them in the mirror, because at that time, I thought it was cool. I'm nearly 45 now, so this is a long time ago. And, obviously, I was chain smoking as well. It was like a big thing, smoking, drinking, going out, So it can be longer. So it's not like it's just going to be a small kind of route or a small cord. It's going to be as long or, as short as the addiction or the toxic behavior or whatever it is you want to release. So Archangel Michael will come in and he will pull it out. Okay, and imagine like someone pulling a tug of war, like how, you're pulling, boo, and then it pops out. So sometimes when you're doing this, you can even hear the noise of it kind of popping out of you, because it's come out, But when it's come out of you, it's not finished. It's just kind of there. So it's still there. You may even visualize it like that, then it's still there. So what happens to it then? Well, the first thing that happens is Archangel Nathaniel, and I've spoken about him a lot lately for Twin Flames because he's the bulldozer of heaven. So Archangel Nathaniel will come in and he will bulldozer it away. Okay, but you can do it differently and do it any way you want. You can visualize the fire dragons coming in and blasting it with their heat so it burns it all up. Or you can imagine, the water dragons coming in and, kind of washing it away. But the most powerful way of doing it is Archangel Nathaniel coming in and bulldozing it out of the way. So you visualize, imagine this as a cigarette. Boo, boo, it's gone. It's gone, so it's not even in your energy field anymore. So it's not like you've kind of like broke the addiction, and you've cut the cord and then it's just hovering around outside your body, which means you're craving it, you want to eat, you're thinking about it, you can't get it off your mind. Archangel Nathaniel, boom, like this, a bulldozer, boom, bulldozers it out of the way and it's gone. It's gone. So it's not in your energy field anymore. So that's why there's no desire for it, because it's not even lingering around. Even if you see someone doing it, it doesn't bother you because it's not even lingering around. But you've still got this hole, because remember, if something gets pulled out of you, there's a hole there. So that's when we call on Archangel Raphael. And he comes in and he will put his healing green emerald elixir light, his emerald healing energy into you. So he fills up the hole where the cord was, or where the tree root was, or the branch, or whatever it is that you're visualizing as being pulled out of you. Because, some people visualize it coming out like a big tree. It's got its roots wrapped around your insides. So you pull it out. So Archangel Raphael will fill up where it was with healing energy and fill it all up. Very powerful. And you feel it going into you. You can visualize it. And then it's like Archangel Raphael comes to you kind of on his knees, and he will put his energy into it like that, because it's in your tummy area. So he will be on his knees putting his energy in, and it's coming from his palms, into your body. So, if ever you want to heal something within you physically as well, anything within your physical body, if you've got an ache, for example, or a cut on your arm, just put your arm over it. Don't put it on it, put it over it, and visualize Archangel Raphael's healing energy flowing into it. It's very beautiful. And this is kind of the colour, this beautiful green colour of Archangel Raphael. So his emerald green light is going to fill you up. And you'll feel it. You may go hot. You may go a bit cold when Archangel Michael's pulling it out, but you feel hot. You feel the power of heaven, and you feel like full. You feel complete, because Archangel Raphael has then done his job. So you've got Archangel Michael pulling it out. You've got Archangel Raphael filling you up, and you've got Archangel Nathaniel bulldozing it out of the way. Very powerful. And then we call on Archangel Metatron to actually surround you in love, to help you to relax and take each day as it comes, because everything's in divine timing. And Archangel Metatron will take the desire and all the cravings and all the things away with Archangel Nathaniel, and it's done in that moment. So it's not like you're thinking, it'll take me 28 days to break this habit, or 28 days for the feeling of the wanting of it to go, or it's done there and then. Because you've got the angel of power, the angel of time, the kind of time lord of heaven, Archangel Metatron, clicking his fingers and removing it now. So that's why it's so powerful. So fair play to these people who say, it takes 28 days and all these things, but with the power of heaven, it's gone. As soon as it's pulled out of your body, and as soon as it's bulldozed out of your energy field, it's no longer there. And that's why it's so powerful. So the angels are asking you to trust in this, to do this, and it will bring in power. And you can call on any angels you want for assistance with this. You might call on your guardian angel. You may call on Jesus. You may call on God the Creator. You may call on the universe, your loved ones. Maybe there's a loved one around you. Like I now could call on my mum and my dad. Because obviously my dad was in heaven, but my mum passed last week. So now I can call on both of them. Not that I need to, because I've already given it up, but these are things you can do. So trust me, that thing that you feel is controlling you, that you feel addicted to, no matter what it is, big or small, you have the power. And when you call on Archangel Michael and all the angels, you have extra power, and you can break that addiction like breaking a chain. So shall we do it then? Let's do it, okay. Okay, now you may want to put some little music on in the background. When I'm doing my meditations, they're more like a power cleanse. That's why, you'll never really feel relaxed, because when you're working with the angels, they come in and they cleanse you. And it's like they're coming in, they're doing the work. So you may feel all kinds of body sensations. You may go hot and cold. When you come out of it, you may feel a bit dizzy or disorientated. But don't put any music on, because you tap in with the energy. So any noises you hear, whether it be from this video, maybe something going on outside, or within your own life, things going on outside, just allow it to flow past you. Allow it to be the observer when you're doing this, because you're focusing on the visualization of it. or the feeling of it. If you struggle to visualize the feeling of it being gone, because as soon as it's pulled out and bulldozed away, it's gone. Okay, and then at the end, we'll do some breath work to bring us back into the now. So if you want to stop it now, maybe put some music on, whatever calms you down, relaxes you, puts you into your heart space, but we'll do this now. Wow, and as I said it, there we go, noise outside. Okay, noise outside, and that's like the sanding something down. So remember, everything we hear when we're doing these kind of things are a physical representation of what's going on. So again, this is like things being taken out of your body. Now, if you just want to do this, this visualization, or, there is a video already in the playlist. I think there's done 2 about breaking any addiction. But I just really wanted to talk about it first and explain the way it works with the chords. And because when you understand it better, it makes a lot more sense. And you can visualize it better too. Okay, let's do this then. So either sit down or lie down, whatever's easiest for you. But I find it better if you kind of sit down. You can go on your knees, or, you can kind of go with your legs crossed, or sit at a table or a chair with your feet flat on the floor so you can feel the grounding energy. And then you face your palms facing up so that you're bringing all the energy into you. Energy is coming into you. And then you close your eyes. So let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Okay, so let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Continuing with your eyes closed, start to gain a picture in your mind of the thing that you want to release. That thing that seems to be controlling you, taking back your power, or maybe even taking over your power. The thing that you feel as an addiction or toxic in your life, something toxic to you. Gain that power back right now by making the conscious choice to change your life. With the power of heaven, you have the power now to change your life. So have a picture of this in your mind. What is it that you want to release? Is it a cigarette? Is it a glass of wine? A bottle of beer? Or a shot of whiskey? Is it some food item that you want to release? Or going on the phone? Is it constantly checking Facebook? Or Instagram? Or Snapchat? Or is it that person that you can't seem to leave alone? Whatever it is that you want to get out of your energy field, to release to heaven, to transmute, to free your life up so you feel freer, have a vision of it now in your mind. Have a picture of it in your mind, and it's in front of you, hovering slightly. It's not sitting on the table or sitting on the ground, it's hovering in front of you. And from that thing that you want to release, and that's all it is, it's a thing. It's not part of you, it's something outside of you that's currently taking control of you, and you are now making that conscious decision and choice to take your power back. You don't need that thing to fulfill you. It's not who you are, it's who you were. It's not who you're becoming, it's who you were. And you're ready to release it, you're ready to leave it behind, you're ready to let it go. So visualize a cord coming from that thing, from that item, that app, whatever it is you're visualizing, there's a cord, and that cord is going into your stomach. You can feel it, you can feel the pull to have it now, to do it now, you feel it. And that's what we're going to release with the power of the angels. So we call on the angels now. Thank you, angels, for surrounding us in healing energy. Thank you for helping me to quit this thing that's been dragging me down. Thank you for helping me to release this thing or situation or feeling that I need this in my life. I make that decision now to hand this over to you. And in the distance, you see the beautiful Archangel Michael dressed in royal blue, very strong, very powerful, moving towards you. And he's smiling at you, happy that you've made this choice. He's smiling at you, happy that you've decided now in this moment to take back your power. He's happy that you know that you don't need that thing to fulfill or complete your life. And he's ready to take it away from you and transmute it for good, to replace it with healthy things, healthy situations filled with love and light, things that make you smile and fill up your life. So he's coming towards you now and he sees the thing that you want to release. And you can see it there hovering in front of you, connected by a cord. And Archangel Michael approaches you and smiles to you to let you know it's safe, that you are safe and that it's okay. And suddenly he takes hold of the cord. You may feel it like a cord, a rope, a tree branch, something inside of you holding that to you. And Archangel Michael starts to pull it out. He starts to tug it out of your physical body, to pull it out of you. You know, you may feel it tugging at your stomach area, your side, or even your back, but he's starting to pull it out. Any cords or any roots that are entangled within you are now releasing as Archangel Michael pulls it out and prepares to pull it out completely to set you free. So he's pulling it towards him, pulling it towards him, pulling it towards him, and pop, it's come out of your body. It's no longer there. It's no longer a part of you. It's outside of you. It's not within you anymore. And it no longer has power over you. It's now separate to you. You are you and it is it, and it does not control you. You don't need it anymore. And Archangel Michael shows it to you, and he puts it in front of you. And where it was hovering in front of you before, it's now lying on the floor, or it's lying on the table. And it even looks dead to you. It doesn't even look alive. It looks dirty to you. It looks like something you just no longer want. It doesn't look appealing anymore. It looks a bit tatty, dirty. It feels disgusting to you. You don't need that thing. It's not who you are. And Archangel Michael smiles and he asks Archangel Nathaniel to move into your energy field. Archangel Nathaniel moving towards you, smiling and nodding and saying to you, well done for breaking this chain. Well done for making the choice to be free. Well done for realizing that you don't need this thing, this dead, gnarly thing in your life anymore. And he's preparing to move it away. And you can see a bulldozer, a big machine. It's like a lorry or a truck or a tractor. And Archangel Nathaniel gets inside and he salutes you. And he smiles to you because he knows he's going to remove that thing for good from your life. He's ready to bulldoze it away, not only from your physical presence, but from your energy field, from your aura, from your state, from your town, from your world. He's going to blast this thing into oblivion so you don't need it anymore. And you hear the engine revving up. You can hear the sound of the engine revving up now as Archangel Michael starts moving towards you with a chug-chug motion, and then suddenly, boom, it's gone. It's no longer there. It's gone away. And Archangel Nathaniel has blasted that thing into oblivion. It's gone. It doesn't control you. It never did. It was just your feeling about it. And now you are free. You are free, and it feels so good. Archangel Raphael starts to move towards you wearing beautiful robes of green, beautiful emerald green light flowing from his hands and heart. And he's smiling at you, so proud of you for making this choice, so happy that you've set yourself free, that you've chosen health and vibrancy and vitality to move into your life. And he moves towards you. He looks at Michael and they both smile at you. And he moves towards you. He's in front of you now and he's starting to kneel. He's kneeling down and you can see him move his hands up so his palms are facing towards you. and he moves them down towards your stomach where the roots come out, and you can feel that hole. And Archangel Raphael starts to fill you up from his hands and his heart space with his beautiful green emerald light, his beautiful green emerald elixir. You can feel it now going into your body, pumping into the body, pumping into where the hole was, filling you up. And you start to feel it flowing through you and to you, filling you up inside with love, with light, with completion, knowing that you are enough, that you are safe, and that you are strong, and that your power is coming back into you with this green light. It's filling you up from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, moving through you, flowing through you, all through you, feeling it in your body, mind and soul. And as you feel it filling up, you feel it complete you. And it's like everything is starting to feel warm and nice and comfortable. And you know that you are safe. So Archangel Raphael stands now and he holds you. He gives you a warm hug, a loving embrace. And he says that you're okay, you've done it. Well done, you've done it, you are free. And Archangel Michael comes forward and he wraps you now in a healing bubble of protection. A beautiful blue light around you, healing you, keeping you safe. And nothing will penetrate that bubble again. And nothing will penetrate that bubble without it being of love. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing can make you do anything you don't want to do, because you have taken back your power and you are free. And Archangel Metatron is moving towards you with his beautiful robes of red, saying to you, it's okay. You are safe, you are free. It's all ready now. It's done now. You are free. And you are forever, you are eternal, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. So take a deep breath in and release. Take a deep breath in and release. Take a deep breath in, inhaling love and light and power, and releasing out of you anything else that needs to go. Breathe and open your eyes, and when you're ready, come back into the room. Wow. Okay, so you may feel a bit disorientated. You know, if you do feel a bit dizzy, a little square of chocolate is the right thing to do. Or if you're giving up chocolate, try something else. You know, something that will boost your blood sugar back up. You know, it could be like, you know, some kind of drink or something you like, a bit of water or something for you. But, you know, that's it now. It's gone. You are free. You are free of that thing that's been controlling you. And you will have no desire for it ever again. You know, you can do this as many times as you like, but once is enough. When it's done, it's done. You know, it's gone now from your body. Believe it, trust it, and know that you are safe. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.